Welcome back to Charlie's Desk. You know, I once had a beautiful Irish setter named Maggie, and she taught me a great lesson. As gorgeous as she was, she really wasn't the best dog for us to have at that time for our living situation, because we were living in a condo in a fairly small backyard surrounded by a cinder block wall. It was about 4 feet high. Well, as Irish setters tend to be, Maggie was a high-energy girl, and that 4-foot-high wall meant nothing to her. I mean, she could clear that easily. So we were always worried about her getting loose and being stolen, or even worse, maybe being hit by a car, because we lived by a very busy street. So to keep her at home, as well as for her protection, whenever we were going to be away from home and couldn't watch her, I had a light chain that I would attach to her collar and then touch the other end to the water hydrant. Well, the chain was just long enough for her to go to the top of the wall, but not over it. Well, one day, we were strangers as usual while we went to the grocery store. And fortunately, we weren't gone long, because when we came back, Maggie had jumped to the top of the wall and then decided to drop down on the other side. Well, luckily, the chain was just long enough for her back feet to barely touch the ground. And when we came home, fortunately, we got back before she was seriously injured, but she was about as smart as she was pretty, so after that, she would jump to the top of the wall, but she would never attempt to go on over. One of her favorite games was to pull one of our sons on his roller skates. I mean, he'd hang on to the end of the chain, and she would run like the wind. And of course, this was just a disaster looking for someplace to happen, and one day they went on different sides of a telephone pole. Well, they were going so fast and they hit so hard that it snapped the chain about 3 feet from the end of the collar it was attached to. Well, fortunately, neither of them was hurt much. But what was interesting was that after that, whenever I put Maggie in the backyard, I could attach that 3-foot piece of chain to her collar, and she would go to the top of the wall, but never over. See, she thought the other end of the chain was still connected to something, and therefore she never tried to go any further. I thought about that. And, you know, sometimes we're the same way. I mean, we go through life, or as we go through life, we begin to accept the limitations that are put on us by ourselves and by others. But we never really challenge ourselves. I mean, think about it. When's the last time you ran to the end of your chain? I think we need to do that once in a while. Now, sure, we make it snap back, but we'll never know how far we can go unless we at least try. So challenge yourself. Take a new class. Audition for a new kind of role. Try to hit a higher note than you've ever hit before. You never know unless we try. All right. That's it for now. Thanks for dropping by Charlie's Desk. See you next time.